Welcome back to a new series, what I'm going to start. This game is called Fragments of Him. So it's announced that this is a drama dealing with real emotions that everyone has to face in our life sometime. I think it will be interesting, so I think let's get it started. So we are starting a new game and we will see what's happening. So I have to move around, clicking my button as well. So this is kind of a tutorial, isn't it? Oh, we're taking the keys. Hey. Okay. We have to face the door. Anything else? Okay, let's move on. That was a quick tutorial. Fine. I love you. Have a good day. Bye, Harry. See you tonight.
I love you. Have a good day. It's easy to forget to appreciate the small things. I think I've done that too much.
Okay, so the small things. Yep. Oh, what is this? Fragments? I can't go in here because it's fragments. Oh.
The exercise is good for me.
Yes. So we walk a little bit.
Sure, I go to the gym, but will that see me through?
Maybe.
Technology, elevators, phones, it's all too instant.
Oh, you're such a dude.
I've got to think long term. Just drifting through the days.
Drifting through the days. Yeah, hipster. Walking the stairs. Nothing to say? Oh. But then you're using the car, aren't you?
I'm going to change things.
You are. Let's take the car. Hello? Thank you. Okay. What's going on? Tell me.
It feels like I drifted into these routines.
In which routines? I'm sitting here. Look to the back. You look good, don't you? Oh. Doing some music. And take the seatbelt. Dude, take the seatbelt. Yes, please.
Some of the patterns are worth keeping. Other routines are just how we fill our days.
Okay, what do we have to do? Oh no, we are driving already. It's automatic, huh? What's up, buddy? It's kind of strange to have the steering wheel on the right side. I feel kind of uncomfy with that. Strange.
It was easy to get lazy, To let things fall slowly into a dull routine.
Huh?
I've let myself lose track of what I want after everything
So
we've been
strange.
through.
That's so strange. I
I'll
couldn't
tell him
do that.
tonight.
What? What are you going to tell him? That everything is kind of boring in your relationship? But tonight is not ever gonna happen, huh?
I can't think how often we chatted there, talking late into the night.
Huh? We just hit the green light. Fine.
The park is beautiful.
That's so strange. Seriously. I would get so confused driving on the left side. Oh my gosh. Could be me with this with a
I
humming.
didn't expect it, but I feel happy I've made this choice.
Which choice? Tell me. What the? What did just happen? I didn't look. Oh my gosh.
Patterns. Every day the same start. Harry never wakes up from my alarm. This isn't what I imagined or wanted. Drifting through one day after another. Together, but not aware. Something like that.
Oh my gosh. But that's normal sometime in the lifetime?
I think I'll wear this one. It's Harry's favorite t-shirt on me.
Let's see.
Why have I just passed by this for so long? It's beautiful.
It's Venice, isn't it?
The same stories I've carried with me for years between houses.
But never ever read again, huh? Anything else in here? Okay. Let's take the hoodie.
These daily things, they're good, but weigh us down too. I've got to a good place in life, but I feel like I'm not taking it further.
Let's go outside.
I usually go to the bathroom first, but I could live dangerously. Maybe I should have breakfast first today. Living on the edge.
Living on the edge. Or just having some TV. So we are not going to have your daily routine. We are going to change your life forever and ever.
Changing the routine. I'm so rock and roll.
Haha, told ya.
Tea.
First make the tea and then go to the bathroom.
A man takes the lead, Grandma would tell me. I guess I need to step up to the line. I've got a great thing here.
Okay, so back on here.
I don't think she meant this, but she's right. I should take the lead. I should ask Harry to marry me. I want to be his husband.
Oh, that sounds so cute. Anything else in here?
I think maybe Grandma would be okay with it these days. Then again, maybe she wouldn't.
Aw. So we changed his routine. Oh,
Naturally, as Will's grandmother, I knew Will since the first day he was born, of course. I will never forget that first moment in the hospital, when James, that's Will's father, handed me my grandson for the first time. He wriggled in his blue blanket, already a strong boy. James liked that punk thing in the 1980s, and looked a terrible mess to me. He ran 3 pubs in London for those sort of people. I would go over to babysit as often as I could. A child needs someone normal in their life.
someone normal, so let's check the plant.
That plant was about all Will saw of the outside when he was young. He preferred to make up stories rather than play outdoors.
Aww. Sad life, huh?
Will's mother is an American, Sharon. They met through James's pubs. She took Will away to America for 3 years when she and James split up.
Oh, huh.
They got back together again, though.
Okay.
James and Sharon both loved so-called music, and there was always something playing around Will. I thought it was an awful racket, personally, but there's no accounting for tastes. I turned it off when I was babysitting.
Aww. And read some
Sharon was
newspapers?
always reading. She taught art history. Never really made much money. James loved such peculiar books, all those horror things. That one about the rats. Dreadful things, really. I don't know what he saw in them.
But horror stories are awesome. They are. So what about you, little buddy?
Sharon had some problems with the birth, so Will was an only child growing up. He played by himself a lot. I only wanted the best for Will. I must sound like I was terribly damning of James and Sharon,
Yes. you
but
do.
I loved Will as a boy and wanted to give him the best chance of a normal life.
But then...
I remember an evening where Will was quieter than usual. At first I thought he was ill.
Oh, what's happening?
He'd got into a fight at school. It started because a boy had been picking on a girl, calling her names because of her dark skin.
Not cool.
Will was punched in the stomach when he tried to get the boy to stop.
Not cool.
I asked him if he had cried, and he said yes. I told him that big boys don't cry. I remember him asking me then, what do big boys do when they're sad? When he was grown up, I told him he would be a good man. He would be able to stand up to others. Even though he was hurt, I told him he was right to try to stop the bully.
Don't bully. I hate those one as well as when I was a child.
Now I think about it, I don't think he was very comforted.
What's this?
Will tripped over his toy van when he was going to bed.
You forgot to clean up. Tch. Silly.
I remember carrying him. He was trying so hard not to cry.
Because big men don't cry. That's your fault, Auntie. Grandma.
He was so small in my arms. I've never forgotten that feeling.
It's your fault. All is your fault. Sad, but true.
I have so many little memories making up our lives together. It's odd what sticks with you, though.
So this is a bedroom of Will? Looks like, huh? Come in.
I took him to bed to read him a story.
And he didn't want to hear the story, did he?
He liked ghost stories, but I thought he was too young for them. He would get very scared after the light was out. Sharon kept on buying him more, though.
So what is this?
I made sure he could see me looking carefully.
What? What? What is behind there? I'm confused.
I always had to check the room for ghosts before he would settle down.
Okay, checking for ghosts. Okay, I see. I see. There is no ghost behind or under the bed. And then we can tell the ghost story. But you're not going to read the ghost story because you thought it's going to be frightened, huh?
I remember promising him, while I looked, that I would always protect him. I would always be there for him. I'm sure he thought I just meant about ghosts, but I meant it for everything. I always remember that feeling. I wonder if I knew his life wouldn't be easy.
Because of the bully and all the stuff which is going to happen, huh?
I wasn't reading a new ghost book. I was reading him Grimm's fairy tales.
Good choice.
The old stories are much better than these new ones.
Good choice.
That night was a strange story, called The Ungrateful Son.
Oh my gosh.
I'll tell it to you. It's only short. Once upon a time, a man and his wife were eating a roast chicken for dinner.
Oh, I like the style.
When the man saw his father, a very old man, walking along the road towards them, the man didn't want to share his chicken, so he hid it out of sight. His father came, bid them a good day, and went on his way.
Stupid one.
The man was very happy, and so told his wife to put the chicken on the table again. But the chicken had transformed into a giant toad, which leapt onto the face of the man. The toad wouldn't leave his face, and hissed at the wife when she came near, so she didn't dare approach to help.
So she left.
The man had to feed the toad every day from then on, or it would bite his face, and he never rested for the remainder of his life.
What?
That was a very strange story.
Yeah, it is. It is really strange. It's a grim tale? Seriously? Wow.
Will was asleep before I finished it, which was probably a good thing.
But he heard it. He heard it. Switching off the light and leaving the room. Good night, fella. Oh. Oh, this one as well? No. Ah, this one. And this one.
I felt strange after reading it. I wondered about whether I really could keep him safe.
Huh.
The world is so unpredictable. I would do my best like all good grandmothers.
Good choice, grandmother. Oh. Oh, look at that.
I could still see him sleeping there now, like it was only yesterday.
Aww.
I'd raised James, so I thought I would be ready for anything from my grandson Will. But I wasn't daft enough to think that it would be easy. The world changes so fast.
Yes, it does. So you could sit here. Is there anything else? Other than parents? Is this Will? Let's see. What is this? It's you, Grandma. And this one is an unknown girl, an unknown man, and
I remember the family visiting me when Will was a teenager.
This is a teenager? Wow. Okay. Let's switch the music.
There's a
on.
song by Al Martino, Here in My Heart. That was playing when Robert first kissed me. I listen to it when I'm alone sometimes.
Aww. What is this mask?
I went to visit family in New Zealand after James left home. It was a very long trip. I could only make it once. It's such a shame to be so distant from family.
Yes, it's kinda hard.
I started a small collection of glass animals many years ago. I would buy a new one whenever I went to Brighton. It's good to get out of the house, enjoy the fresh sea air.
I'm smiling because I had such a collection of glass figurines as well. So from Swarovski, I think it's called. But I barely have any of those figurines anymore. But, wow. Okay, so what's going on here? Continuing to see anything which I can use. Hello? Ah, here, the picture.
My husband Robert was a writer, like Will. I think they would have loved talking. Maybe Will's interest would have inspired Robert to push a bit harder in his work.
Aww. Just a bit. Just a bit. Diana seen with Mystery Man.
Back then, Diana had just done that interview, and so we were all waiting for the divorce. There was no way we thought that they could stay together.
Huh?
Us old people still think about these things. But no one
Lady
was saying
Di.
much, so I started a conversation. I see that Diana is in the news again. It seems like she's never out of it these days. It's about time she
Wasn't
stopped
that
keeping everyone waiting.
Dodie Alfayette? I think so, huh?
I think it's sad. She was bullied into all of this from the beginning.
Oh, Will?
The rest of the conversation didn't go well. Will frustrated me so much.
Maybe because he himself is frustrated.
Sharon sat there, not saying anything, which was worse than her joining in. But I could imagine her American take on the whole thing. James didn't help. He has always been so obtuse in his views.
So, what did
I
you
wish
do?
I hadn't even tried. They didn't want to hear my views. I said that I was going to make some tea. No one offered to help.
That's kinda sad, huh? So what did you do? Just sitting there, not saying anything? Seriously? You didn't say anything?
I didn't really want tea. I don't think they wanted it either. But I needed to do something.
Yeah. Awkward conversations are the worst.
I know it seems like a small thing, but maybe it was the first time that I felt apart from Will.
What?
Back then, society worked by all getting along. You kept your head down. It's easier to stand up from the crowd now, but... well, I don't think it's right. I was used to James, and of course Sharon being difficult, but not Will like that. I wish Will understood that you've got to fit in to get along in life.
Yeah, sighing, that's really...
There wasn't any choice in my day, but it gave me a quiet life. That was good enough.
So doing the tea, huh? Some
I
milk?
was scared for him. He had all these views about things, and it was dangerous. I was scared for Will. I didn't want him to stand out and end up worse off.
And this is the final
I let the
box.
tea brew. And I cried for him. He was young, but he was old enough too. He was going to make mistakes, and I wouldn't be able to stop him.
That's life.
I knew something had been broken that day between Will and I.
Just because of the conversation?
I took a deep breath and pulled myself together. It simply doesn't do to let others see you get upset.
Oh, so sad, Grandma.
I live by myself. I always have done since Robert went. I had felt this was acceptable until then. Feeling distant from your family is the most awful thing. It's the strangest feeling of mourning.
Okay, before we are going to continue, I would say we skip to another episode and we will see each other in the next one. Take care. Until then.